Katie?
Looking okay right now. Thank you, Cindy. Looks like we have picked up most of our overnight work crews, especially those over the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge. But there are a couple downtown that you may still see kicking around. Those should be up and out of the way in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. We also cleared that crash that I showed you earlier on the expressway. It was southbound by Columbia Road. It has now picked up. Looking at roads to the south, we'll watch them first. They should fill in by 5:30. Doug and Antoinette. It's quiet out there, though. Once you get on the roads, we have picked up all of our overnight work crews. Looks good getting over the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge, and downtown most of our tunnels are doing okay. Looking out on the Mass Pike, it's a quiet ride on that eastbound side through Allston Brighton. Same thing a little bit further back by BU. Don't forget about that right lane closure heading into the Prue Tunnel. Doug and Antoinette.
A great organization, and they got outside when it wasn't like 20s and 30s.
There were no
chilly on the roof.
Yeah.
Foggy that day.
It was. We don't have that this morning. We just had the cold.
It's cold.
So that is going to get your attention this weekend.
That is early. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Well, we Street Phillips Road, exit 5. And we've also got the on-ramp closed because of this crash. This is at exit 7, Braley Road. This is an overturned vehicle, reportedly serious injuries. All of this happening on Route 140. I'll keep you posted. A little bit further north, we're going to watch the Braintree split. In about the next 15 minutes, it'll really fill in there. So far, so good getting up on the expressway northbound. 10 minutes for your ride, Braintree to Boston. Antoinette.
All right. Watching down near the South Coast, Katie?
Yeah, 2 crashes in the South Coast area right now. One that is coming in New Bedford, a very serious overturned vehicle with serious injuries. Route 140 northbound at Braley Road. That's exit 7. That off-ramp right now is closed. Excuse me, the on-ramp is closed. And then this new crash is coming in Fall River. The left lane is blocked there as well. Route 79 northbound right at Route 24. So tough going in the South Coast. Up at the Braintree split now, 532 right on cue. We're all backed up between routes 24 and Route 3. Antoinette.
You're watching down to the south, Katie.
Yeah, a couple of updates here. So we do still have that crash in New Bedford that I'm watching. It's a very serious rollover crash right at Route 140 at exit 7, which is Braley Road, and the on-ramp is closed due to the investigation that's ongoing. I told you about another crash in Fall River. Thankfully, that one has cleared. That one was on Route 79 northbound at Route 24. Coming up Route 24, you're going to see stop and go delays all the way up to the split there in Randolph. Same thing, 95 northbound approaching 128. And then that Braintree split traffic, we've already pushed north onto the expressway. You can see it's busy there by Columbia Road, busy on the Zakim Bridge heading into the O'Neill Tunnel. You're right out of New Hampshire, doing okay out of Nashville, coming down on Route 3. Same thing, 93 all the way into Boston. Doug and
Busy out there this morning, Katie?
It is, yeah, down on the South Coast. I'm still watching that serious crash in New Bedford. This is a rollover crash. It's under investigation on Route 140 northbound at Braley Road. That's exit 7. So that on-ramp is blocked right now, part of that investigation. 24 was busy too through Fall River, but we just cleared a crash, so hopefully that helps. Pockets of stop and go getting up to 128 from roads to the south. Pike looks good through Allston Brighton. That drive time from 128 to downtown. It's a quick 11 minutes. Doug and Antoinette. New Bedford, excuse me. We've got an on-ramp at Route 140 at Braley Road, exit 7 closed because of an overturned vehicle with serious injuries. So this crash has been sticking around for a while. It's going to impact your ride on 140 northbound if you're trying to head up to Route 24, and then stop and go on 24 all the way up to 128. Same thing on 95 now, starting to see a little stop and go. Excuse me, out on the expressway. It's getting busier by Columbia Road. 24 minutes is your drive time, Braintree to Boston. Roads to the north looking good out of New Hampshire. Inside of 128, just a little bit of stop and go, both on Route 3 and 93 South. Doug and Antoinette.
The early darkness maybe helps especially the kids get to bed.
It helps them settle down.
Right.
So it's dark out.
Come inside,
Yeah,
settle down. All right, thank you, Cindy. Out road, that's exit 7. So you're going to have some issues getting up on 140. The on-ramp is closed, and it's expected to stay that way as an investigation continues. Rest of the roadways, just starting to see things fill in. Minor crash on the off-ramp in Boston on the O'Neill Tunnel at the Mass Pike Albany Street exit. And then I'm also just watching stop and go delays on the expressway and on Route 1 southbound through Saugus, 18 minutes from 128 to the Tobin. And if you take the Orange Line, 20-minute southbound delays because of some late running overnight work. Antoinette.
Some trouble down on the South Coast this morning, Katie.
Yeah, thank you, Cindy. Still watching that in New Bedford. We've got an overturned vehicle with very serious injuries there on 140 northbound at exit 7. That's Braley Road. So the on-ramp is closed there on Route 140. I'm going to keep an eye on that for you, but that has been there for a while. So that that investigation is ongoing. Also got a crash in Stoughton. This one's in the breakdown lane on the northbound side by exit 38. That's Route 139. And you can see delays stretching back into Brockton on 24 northbound. We cleared that earlier crash inside the O'Neill Tunnel. Tunnels are getting busy, as is 93 southbound between 128 and the downtown stretch. Plus, still watching those 20-minute delays right now southbound on the Orange Line. Antoinette.
Bedford all morning, Katie.
Yeah, and still watching it. It's going to be there for a little while. There is a crash investigation underway on Route 140 northbound at Braley Road. That's exit 7. This is due to an overturned vehicle crash with very serious injuries. So I'll be watching that and let you know when it does clear. I'm also watching a crash in Stoughton. It's in the breakdown lane 24 northbound before exit 38. That's right at Route 139. And then another crash just coming in Wilmington. It's at the start of the off-ramp on 93 southbound at Route 125. That's a busy stretch. Looking at the T, that Orange Line delay has now cleared. We're back to on time. I'll time out the rest of your rides just ahead. Doug and Antoinette roads. We've got a lot of red and green out there on this Thursday morning. Things getting really busy on the expressway, that northbound side really picking up. 32 minutes is your drive time now from Braintree up to Boston. Other side of the O'Neill Tunnel starting to fill in too. 28 minutes from 128 to downtown. Slowest through Spot Pond, Medford southbound over the Zachem Bridge and into the O'Neill Tunnel. This is slow. There might be something inside of the tunnel that I have to check out as to why they're moving so slowly over the Zachem Bridge. And then out to the Mass Pike, it's slowest between 495 and 128 for now. In the next hour, that'll all shift east. Right now, it's a 17-minute ride from 128 to downtown. I'm sure a lot of these people had to spend a little extra time clearing the frost off their windshield this morning.
Yeah,
Cindy.
very. A dry weekend with an extra hour's sleep.
We'll take it.
Even your clock is cold on that thing.
Birds all blue.
Thanks for making the eye-opener part of your day. Bundle up if you're heading out.
We'll see you back here at noon.